Hey guys, Luke Sawyer, Shepherd Police Department here at Gold Star Outdoors in Edmore with my buddy Chris Klingenpeel. Chris is the firearms manager here. Today we're going to talk about buying a handgun. There's a lot of misconceptions about that. People are nervous, scared, think it's just a really tough process, and so Chris is going to walk us through the process if you want to buy a handgun. So Chris, if I come here to Gold Star and I want to buy this Glock 19 from you, what process do we have to do? I mean, can I walk home with a gun today? What's the process?
Yeah, almost always you can go home with a gun. It's usually a 15-minute procedure. And actually it's the same form as if you were buying a long gun,
okay,
shotgun or rifle otherwise.
Okay.
The big exception to that is that you will fill out what's called an RI-60, and that's the state's form to register the handgun to you so they know where the handgun is going to be after it leaves our store.
Okay, so back to this form. So this is an ATF form. This is a form that's going to ask you basic questions about who you are,
yep,
if you're a convicted felon, if you're under indictment, if you're running from the law. It's basic questions that, you know, an average citizen doesn't have anything to worry about at all. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's your basic information: last name, first name, your address, things of that nature, your ethnicity, your race, and then there's prohibiting questions. The first one would be, are you the actual buyer of the firearm listed on this form? That should be yes. Another question is, are you a fugitive from justice? If you are, get in contact with Chief Sawyer. He can help you with that issue.
If you're a fugitive from justice, we'd be more than happy to meet your acquaintance.
But it's all very basic information. It's not anything to be intimidated by.
So then once we get done with this form, this is something that you run through a computer, I would assume?
Yep. You'll need a valid state ID or driver's license.
Okay.
And then it is not required to have a CPL to purchase a handgun.
Okay.
The CPL does make it a little bit faster. That exempts you from the NICS check. You still fill the form, you just don't have to go through the FBI check.
Now we're talking about a CPL in Michigan. It's a concealed pistol license. Some people call it a CCW, concealed weapons. That's all what that CPL designation stands for. So we get this done. We get approval from the computer,
Yeah,
I would assume.
The FBI will give you one of three possible outcomes. There's proceed, which is just how it sounds, proceed with the transaction, okay, finalize the transfer. There's a delay, and that's just them requiring more time to research the transaction.
So it might be because there's a lot of people buying guns and the system might be bogged down.
It could be a system issue, it could be a common name issue. Maybe,
so just because you get a delay doesn't necessarily mean that there's something the matter, you got to worry, or you're thinking
a delay is not a negative thing at all. It could be any number of things. Delays are fairly common. It could be as simple as their system is backed up, or is down for that period of time. So there's nothing negative about a delay.
Okay.
And then there's a denial, and the denial essentially means that one of these questions you answered no to should have been yes.
Okay. And obviously if you answer honestly, you really have nothing to worry about with these questions. So we get that done, we get our approval. Next we've got this form. This looks like it's a Michigan State Police form.
This is a Michigan State Police form. This is a trigger lock statement. This is required by the state police. What they're looking for is that we are either giving you, with the gun, a lock, okay, to lock the firearm,
okay,
or a case that can be locked.
Okay.
And that's a state law for transport purposes.
So this is a form that you would see at Gold Star, or you'd see any other place you might buy a firearm. You're gonna see this form. It's just a standard form.
Yeah, any Michigan firearm dealer will require this form.
Okay, so if you go to a place that's legit, you're gonna see this form and this form. If you don't see it, probably turn around and walk out and come on down and see Chris, and he'll hook you up the right way. So then we get to this pistol sales record. Now explain this one to me again.
So the pistol sales record is the state's way of tracing where this firearm ends up. So we have basic information about the gun, number of pistols that are being transferred, the manufacturer, serial number, the type, caliber, magazine capacity, barrel length, overall length, things of that nature.
So it's just a descriptor of what specific gun, because every gun
will have a unique serial number.
And you can kind of see it on there that there's a serial number right there on this particular gun, and every gun will have a different serial number. So this firearm can be tracked if something bad happens with it, somebody uses it in a bad way.
Right. The main thing with this is that it has a record of where the gun has been and where it went. So this is used when you purchase a gun from a dealer.
Okay.
This will be filled out, and then you will turn in a copy, which is this copy here, the registry copy.
Okay.
This will go to the state police, or you can turn it into your local sheriff's department.
Okay. You can turn them into Shepherd PD too.
I was going to say some local departments
we'll make sure they get them down there as well.
The registry copy needs to be turned in to the state or other agency within 10 days. So either postmarked within 10 days or physically delivered by you, the customer, within 10 days. That, essentially, they will use that and they'll put it in the state database so that if you got pulled over, things of that nature, and you were carrying a concealed handgun, they could make sure that the gun was legally registered to somebody who was able to own the firearm. Then you'll keep a copy. That copy needs to stay with you for 30 days. That just gives the state time to get it into the system.
And it's good to put in your records too, because if, say, somebody breaks into your house or breaks into your car and they steal your firearm, and you have no way of knowing what the serial number is, what the model is, what the make is, it does make it tough for law enforcement. So if you keep that with you in your records, then it's very easy for you to reference it so we can try to track that gun and find it.
And then we have a copy that we keep with this form as well.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate it, Chris. I mean, this is an easy thing. These handguns are an easy deal to do. Hopefully we've answered your questions for us. If you have any questions, hit us up on Facebook. It's a cool place, Shepherd Police Department. Before Chris was, before he liked our page, he had no facial hair. And now he's liked it, and look at that. That's like legit right there. That is a legit beard.
He made my beard grow.
Made his beard grow. So have a good day, guys.